see police shoot him with beanbags, tase him, but we will stop this video right before he is shot and killed.
Hello, 911.
If you listen closely, it won't take long.
I'm in a vehicle. My vehicle got stuck.
Not long to realize 22-year-old Christian Glass is in the midst of a crisis.
I'm stuck in a dangerous place, and I will be killed.
Both physically and mentally.
I'm going to have to kill some skinwalkers. Can you stay on the phone with me?
Are there any weapons that you're aware of?
I have a weapon on me. I will throw them out the window as soon as an officer gets here.
He sounded like he had some sort of a mental illness.
Be advised, this party is stating that he has weapons in the vehicle with him, 2 knives, a hammer, and a rubber mallet.
Keep your windows down because we're here to help you. How about you step out of the vehicle?
My new psychologist, Dr. Max Wachtel, has reviewed everything we're about to show you.
Going into that, the police know he's delusional, he's got a mental health issue.
You already said you have weapons in the car. No, do not throw them out. Do not touch them. Do not reach for them. Step out of the car now. I will break the window. Step out of the car. He's got a knife in his seat right there. His seat. Okay. Step out of the fucking car now. 161 at gunpoint.
That is not the way to handle it. Whether it's drugs, whether it is something organic like schizophrenia or a delusional disorder, coming at the person hard and aggressively, that is only going to make the situation worse.
Just a general tactical approach is going to raise a lot of questions, of course.
Ed Obayashi is a sheriff's deputy and lead trainer of use of force in California.
Industry best practices in law enforcement, we recommend that officers just leave the scene, walk away from the scenario.
But these deputies didn't.
Okay, so he ditched the blade. He ditched it. Yep, he threw it to the right.
In fact, more officers arrived from different agencies.
Hey, Kristen.
Over the next 60 minutes, they tried to cool things down.
I see you're doing the heart thing with your hands. But we love you too. We just want you to be safe.
Glass showed this Idaho Springs officer a heart-shaped rock he'd bought.
You don't have to be shy.
The marshal of the Georgetown Police Department offered to call a family member.
You're not scaring me, man. I'm just worried about you.
But after an hour with no movement, officers here make a decision.
It's a lock. Let's open up the door.
It's time to move the night on, okay? We gotta move.
If he's not going to come out, they are going to break in.
116 will be forced entry.
Breaking the window, that's the beginning of the end.
Once they decided to force entry, break the window, it was predictable.
Frightened by that window smash, Christian grabs the knife.
Drop it, buddy.
A Clear Creek deputy shoots beanbag rounds.
Impact, impact, impact.
Seconds later, they deploy a taser.
Someone tase him. Yes.
The knife still in his hand.
You got it. You got it.
When the Georgetown marshal reaches through a newly blasted hole in the window of the car, Christian turns, swipes at him, and this is where we'll stop the video. The Clear Creek deputy who first responded to this call fires 5 shots, killing Christian Glass.
One of the primary issues is going to be whether or not the officers actually provoked.
They don't show the video. I think there was video of this somewhere. And we'll try to... We'll click on this one here.
Now's the time for cleaner indoor air with an air duct cleaning from State.
Goodness gracious.
Known as for carpet cleaning, but we've been cleaning. We're popping. This is working. All right. Knife in his hand. Knife in his hand. Watch crossfire. Watch crossfire.
Newly released body camera footage shows the moments leading up to the death of 22-year-old Christian Glass, who was shot and killed by police during what may have been a mental health crisis.
I'm going to have to kill some skinwalkers. I'm going to have to kill some skinwalkers. Can you stay on the phone with me?
On June 10th, Glass called 911 after crashing his car. He told dispatch he was stuck and needed help getting out.
Hello, 911.
I'm in a vehicle. My vehicle got stuck in a really bad way.
Or now. You already said you have weapons in the vehicle. Because you already said you have weapons in the car. No, do not throw them out. Do not touch them. Do not reach for them. He's got a knife in his seat right there. His seat. Okay. Step out of the car now. 161 at gunpoint. Step out of the car now.
Officers threatened to break down the window if Glass did not step outside.
Step out of the car now. I will break the window. Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Step out of the car.
Glass insisted he could not leave the vehicle and made mention of a mental hospital.
Keep your hands on the steering wheel then, and don't move. You reach for anything, we're gonna have problems. A mental hospital for what? We haven't even been able to have a conversation with you.
During the incident, Colorado State Police said there was no reason to breach the vehicle.
13, can you ask Kristen what their plan is? If there's no crime and he's not suicidal, homicidal, or a great danger, then there's no reason to contact him.
So, my sergeant said that there's no point in contacting him if he's not a harm to himself or anyone else, then no crime.
Meantime, officers continued to ask Glass to leave the vehicle, but he again stated he did not feel safe.
That's why I want you out of the car so we can have this conversation safely. Period. That's it. This is the only way I can be safe. I don't understand. What are you talking about?
When another officer approached and discussed the rocks inside of Glass's vehicle, he signaled her with a heart.
Hey, Kristen? Will you talk to me? What can you tell me about what's going on? We're trying to help you out. You know, I see you're doing the heart thing with your hands. Look, we love you too. We just want you to be safe.
Additional officers arrived and tried to calm Glass and persuade him to step outside.
Christian, you don't have any guns or anything that scares us, right? Okay. You said on the phone, you know when you called us? You said on the phone that you had knives. Okay, are they big knives, little knives?
Less than an hour later, Glass grabbed a knife when officers broke down his passenger side window.
Hey, we're popping. Big door. This ain't working. Knife in his hand. Knife in his hand. Watch crossfire. Watch crossfire. Hey, watch out. Watch crossfire. Watch crossfire. Trooper on me. On me. On me.
An officer then tased Glass after saying he refused to drop a knife.
Don't do it, Kristen. Don't do it. Drop the knife. Drop that knife.
Glass then began to yell out in prayer.
Kristen. Drop the knife. Please drop the knife. Randy, you got that door held shut?
Moments later, an officer shot Glass 5 times. After the shooting, the Clear Creek County Sheriff's Office released a statement saying Glass was argumentative and uncooperative during the incident. The release also said Glass tried to stab an officer as police broke down his vehicle's window.
He had done nothing wrong. He was just too scared to get out of his car.
Now, Glass's family is calling for criminal charges against the officer responsible for their son's death.
Not sure if they showed anything because he got shot. He got shot and killed, and then they drug his body out of the car, and he's basically dead right there on the scene. And it was awful. What was it? His hat? Was it his little hat that he was wearing? Was it the heart symbol with his hands? He's 22 years of age. And his only mistake was being too honest. Do you have any weapons in the car? Well, I guess you could construe some of these things as weapons, but no, I don't have any weapons in the car. And then he had also suggested that he would throw the knives out of the car so they would feel safe. And he was also just barely stuck. And then they're making a giant deal about, he was swinging the knife. He tried to stab. So I'm just going to talk on this. And then when I find the clip, just do a little short. So I'm going to read just some information. There's a whole bunch of, it wasn't just Clear Creek County cops that were there on the scene. It was a whole bunch of cops. You had the Colorado State Patrol, Colorado Division of Gaming. The Division of Gaming showed up, Idaho Springs, Georgetown Police, Clear Creek. the division of gaming, and then, I mean, so you have 5 different police departments. 5 different police departments for Christian Glass. My God, how bad did they fuck this up? They fucked this up from the beginning to the end. And you know what? People are making such a big deal about it's a mental health crisis, a mental health crisis. I don't think it's a mental health crisis. He got his vehicle stuck in a spot. He wanted to get it out. He couldn't get it out. He's just, in the dark. Any sound, any light, anything. He said skinwalkers, but it could be anybody. There could have just been a shadow of any kind of thing. So, and then he's calling the damn police. So it's like, okay, shit, there could be, some shit right out there, but then the damn police might do something too. So he's stuck between a rock and a hard spot. Of course, he has all the reasons in the world to be afraid. If anything, the people that had a psychotic disorder, the people that were having a mental breakdown were the police. Instead of actually talking to Christian Glass and being, the people that are supposed to be good and decent, they came with, intent. They came, I think, with criminal intent. They want to use violence. They want to hurt him. And that's why you could even, when they sent the woman to talk to him, it's like, okay, I see you doing the hard thing. We love you too. But not really. They lied to him from the beginning to the end. What are you talking about? You're not going to get hurt. What are you talking about? The only thing he had, made a mistake of was, hey, do you have any weapons? No, I don't have any weapons. But the reason why that dispatch had asked that, because he had said something about the skinwalkers or whatever. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's late. He got his vehicle stuck in a spot. If he saw a light here and there, hell, there's monsters under the bed, right? So doesn't mean he's, if anything, it just take a breath. Why don't you walk around your car? See if you get a little bit of courage and walk around your vehicle. Maybe can you, just floor it. You try rocking your car. Give him some different ideas. Give him some options. Instead, 911 dispatch is trying to, suck in as much information as possible. And then makes him sound like, well, there's a guy, he's talking about skinwalkers, he's just crazy guy with the knives, and then was it the mallet? He also said he had a rubber mallet. Was that the thing? A rubber mallet? Oh my God. Okay, you with the gun, and you with the gun, and you with the gun, get in your car, and we're going to go get this person with a rubber mallet. If anything, he could have mentioned that he was in a vehicle. Well, do I have any weapons? Well, I'm driving a vehicle. A person could use a vehicle as a weapon. A lot of things can be used as a weapon. Here's a pencil. I have a pencil and a pen. That could be used as a weapon. And here's a staple. A stapler? Nope, just a staple. You could use a staple as a pen. Use your imagination. Oh, boy. APB alert. Get the SWAT team out. He's got a staple. Everybody down. Get down. Come on, Christian, put the staple down. What's he doing with the staple? Put the staple down, Christian. He was experiencing a crisis. He was stuck. He was stuck in a dark spot. And he just wanted somebody, all they had to do if they were genuinely want to help him was just, they got push bars on their vehicles. Push him out. He's like stuck in 2 inches of sand. Just sit down for a second, will you? So, Christian Glass was experiencing a crisis and he called 911 for help. Yet these officers busted Christian's window. They busted his window out. They shot him 6 times with beanbag rounds, tased him multiple times. 2 tasers, and then they shot him 5 times. They shot and killed him. He was fully contained in his vehicle, presented no threat whatsoever. What are you talking about? Yeah, okay, because the cops and then 5 different departments, you guys weren't the threat. He was the threat. 22-year-old Christian Glass. Apparently, he's also from New Zealand and he's UK. So he's like international. He's not, this is, over the top and crazy. I remember one time I ran out of gas in Oklahoma and there was a sign. It was crazy because I ran out of gas right at a spot where they said that you might run out of gas. And if you run out of gas, call this phone number. I called the phone number. And the cop was a total dickhead when he got out there. I had a shovel in my car, and he was acting like because I had a shovel, like I just, buried a body or something. No, use shovels to, dig ditches. And actually, I was looking at some land, and I got a soil analysis. I just, took a couple shovels full of soil. That's why I had, the shovel at the time. But I'm driving, in Oklahoma. I ran out of gas, and the guy, he's the one acting like that I was the dangerous one when he was the one. He came on the scene with a fucking attitude, belligerent, and acting like a dick. And when he asked me what the shovel was, and I was like, yeah, I just buried him right over there. And he's like, hey, I'm a cop. And I was like, no, officer, I did not. What are you accusing me of? I ran out of gas. That's what happened. Give me a sec.